the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Ghana, the NTI Bimokase, President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, Ejuma Wayena, Esosin, the Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, and said, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, Ejuma Oyeno, Esronko, because over here, West Africa's largest, Ghana's first, Africa's largest, Africa's second largest, in Niema all commissioner. Same level to say the doctors or Sergeant for Kwame Nkrumah. But they are so about Dr. Sergeant for Kwame Nkrumah. Oh yeah, you know, na inkof obia nye bida. And then the money yes so. Na His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo dey na waye. Former President John Dramani Mahama ade o de wawa no wakan one Commander Sugar Factory. Commander Sugar Factory back. And odi chin Ghana edi chin aka ho asema. His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo will commission over 130 factories. 130 assembly plants in front of home, rice in front of home, fruits processing in front of home, juice in front of home, palm oil in front of home. Factories na doswa ma afedi ebi mu krapo ye hyase krapo Ghana fo krapo nim se factory we ye hyase obehu ye wie ye commission over 63 years Ghana ye nim se ye be ya kwan. One of the components out there ya kwan ne eye we quota atum chobodom nyum for ade bi tum be fa so yo enka ho a born in a enye sticky enye glue and then binding equipment binding tool a kind born in ma quine quota to first class. Sadly, be Ghana self contractors koje contract no more years aquina a disorder or mokra a bagana me. And I say over the years Ghana has spent $11.8 billion per year at the in terms of imported bitumen. Quota imported bitumen. 11.8 billion. Yeah, one could be IMF for bailout for $3 billion. And one krata send be 3. But he spending $11.8 billion. Sadi na nebi in Ghana. 2017, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. Etna say, omo mega kwan omo person ye Ghana, omo person ye 12,000 kilometers of road, unprecedented. 12,000. And omo ne go for etna say. Say a year 12,000 kilometers of road did ya. Abo ye wo Ghana ha. Labor ye wo Ghana ha. Contractors ye wo Ghana ha. Anwea ye wo Ghana ha. But at the back one yeni ema e kada kosropa bitumen. Sa bitumen no quota at the back one yeni de bia e just omokra. Omo san so kra contractors say omo ntimi say ntria tax e wo so e say aka no be kosrodo. Nti aban to boana nka e so oje na de boa road construction. You see road construction apart from even we ye tria nkofo ka salaries and wages no road construction ya de a tria ban papa. Inti osha road construction component na ade super wom no bitumen. And society and a yemboa ye ho na establish a bitumen processing plant in Ghana. First in history. Bitumen processing plant in the Cote d'Ivoire. Inti any surprise and say okola Cote d'Ivoire roads in the air very high quality. That's so smooth. During the African Cup of Nations, cover be na 3 lanes, 4 lanes, that's so smooth. After the Ghana and so bad, that's so smooth. Now the ma NDC for former President Dramani Mahama headache cry. Drip machines now babe come. Drip machines there never a bit triquinus, near the bogusu. But bitumen can one each and every time be a dust, a quinus why dusty. In Kofonti Minyade, any Juma El Quino, and Ubi stores, saloons, and a barber shop, and as a provision, I will foot through by home. Into bitumen na banner a barber bois. Because among crown and dollars, on bearing cities, now I then walk or tema, walk or talk bitumen. yede ababe gusu na ama dust na iron akofom nti afedie road construction over 12,000 kilometers na eba betra enti MPP no say MPP to aso consistently na de bi enye se ekɔ echi na ye to aso consistently for like 16 years. Ghana's roads massively based on record His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo asset here on. It's going to be done. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Betwaso with drip machines, with a bitumen processing plant, with construction, a debut. After you are reset. Tell them one. Tell almost say almost electoral commission hall acquire demonstrations. Now, sa factory, apart from the fact to say ababe boa ede e kana abafom bitumen no almost so be ebe export aman ko for bibia omuni bi enti eno so sa na ere e pija e boa ama Ghana cedi na ere a stabilizer ye be kaya swami interchange demonstrations na e koso contractor na asema complaining ni say bitumen e ya dia no munye bi enti na we project na ere a delay Nkofoko two pure water crab ball, Honorable Chairman Sabonso, former majority leader of parliament. Bitumen inti, and an project ni delay. Now say a bitumen abe. Masha say project gidi. Contractors di be brina. Problem, big headache has been solved. Inti you His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the visionary. In spite of challenges I Ghana go through, Ghana for His Excellency Nana Ejuma wa bogu hono enye ejuma ketwa yenkoti report of the largest bitumen plant Ghana experienced, the first ever. Yeah, eno ebe produce over yenkan report no over 7,500 tons and a storage capacity was our factory no. Transfer of bitumen tanker vessels oil jetty at terminal Temahabo and terminal storage dedicated AC10 AC20 enti bitumen base no ombekra efi la Côte d'Ivoire normal processor Ghana enti la Côte d'Ivoire for company 40% shares in this bitumen processing plant. And Ghana was 60%. Now, what is interesting is the way and we are Africans. So our regional integration and another Dankwa for the African Free Continental Trade Agreement. Into among mono, it is interconnected. Regional integration, one district, one factory, export. He is doing all the right things. The only challenges are after the APM, CD, dollar rates, stability, inflation rate, cost of living, and a galamsey. Apart from these things, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in terms of education, infrastructure, digitization, industrialization, report, and some pictures.
The Bitumen plant, a joint partnership between Ghana's petroleum company GOIL plc and Côte d'Ivoire's Société Multinationale de Bitumen, is set to transform the country's road construction sector. The $14 million facility will process base bitumen imported from Côte d'Ivoire into high-quality polymer-modified bitumen and bitumen emulsions, both essential for building durable roads. The plant is expected to reduce Ghana's dependence on imported bitumen as the government seeks to construct more roads across the country. Managing Director for GOIL, Kwame Osei-Pepra, called for policies to discourage bitumen imports to support local production.
Your Excellencies, for the country to derive maximum benefit from projects such as this one, we humbly request that a policy that requires road contractors to source their bitumen products locally be put in place and enforced. Therefore, the practice where some contractors are given tax waivers to import bitumen should be discouraged. Ghana stands to gain if measures are put in place to prevent low quality grades of bitumen being imported to the country. Mr. President, every effort must be made to prevent the influx of bitumen to the country through unapproved routes, thereby denying the country of the much needed revenue.
Minister of State at the Energy Ministry, Herbert Kwapa, urged the plant's management to integrate renewable energy in its operations to ensure sustainability.
We are seeing right before our own eyes all the signs of a fast-warming globe, and we know we can't wait any longer to take decisive action. This plant must be a zero-carbon emission model for others to follow. It must contribute directly to our efforts of reaching net zero in the next few years, and it must ensure energy efficiency at all levels. Explore renewable energy sources for the running of this plant. Run your trucks on compressed natural gas and develop carbon sinks for hard-to-abate areas.
Prime Minister of Côte d'Ivoire, who was present at the commissioning of the plant, said the partnership is a testament of enhanced cooperation between Ghana and his country. President Akufo-Addo charged the Minister for Roads and Highways to ensure that high-quality bitumen from the plant is used in major road projects nationwide.
This plant will produce the volumes of polymer, modified bitumen and other bituminous products necessary to meet the demands of our growing infrastructure sector. Polymer modified bitumen, as some of you may know, offers superior durability and performance, particularly under the extreme weather conditions we sometimes experience. The ability to produce these modified bituminous products domestically means that we will reduce construction costs and also improve the quality and longevity of our roads. I will urge the Minister for Roads and Highways, the Member of Parliament for Bitumen, the Honourable Francis Asensu-Boakye, Bantama Asenso, to encourage, as part of the specifications for appropriate bitumen products for road construction, the use of high-grade quality bitumen from the Goil SMB plant for major road construction projects across the country.
The Goil SMB plant is expected to contribute to job creation and enhance Ghana's export capacity.
You retract and apologize. That's the demand from the NDC.
For what? What am I going to retract? It doesn't even accord with common sense that you retract what you've not said. But somebody's foul imagination concerning what I said, and it's captured on video. In the video, with the greatest of respect, I never said former President John Dramani Mahama is drunkard. Where is he gleaning that meaning from the context of what I said? I don't get it. It's all illogical. I thought he has backed off his propaganda posture. And when we clashed at his appointment, at the appointment committee, when they wanted to make him a minister, and then he had to buckle on material facts because they were not the truth. And he is now elevated to the high office of General Secretary of an alternative party by the NDC. I mean, some of these things should not be part of his doing. It's very unfortunate.
So you're disputing the claim that you even made that statement in the first place, hence you would not apologize?
The statement is video. It's not opaque. And please, if people want to pay regard to what I say, they can listen to it. And in it, there are several individuals who want to be president of Ghana. Why should Honorable Fifi Kote single out President Mahama as the one that I'm alluding to? It doesn't accord with common sense. And I keep saying that sometimes people would want to see the whole, story. If you see the whole story, what was I talking about? I was saying that we are very blessed to have a very cultured man as an economist. And Ghana has never had an economist as president. What is the bonus is that the man is very disciplined and he doesn't drink any alcohol. And I wouldn't retract from that. These are facts. It's Vice President Mahama, Vice President Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia not an economist. Would you say that is false? And it's on record and it's known that he doesn't drink any alcohol. So which of them should I retract? How can I retract when I'm stating facts? Undeniable facts. And I believe that the discipline he's rolled in, I mean, is a bonus for Ghana and it will near to our benefit if he's made the president. Well,
the NDC is not the only one that has come out to condemn some of your comments. The Ghana Journalists Association has also condemned your comments, comparing an economist to a journalist. They say a journalist can rightly govern the country. What would you say to that?
That is also another pathetic thing coming from, I mean, individuals who should always understand meaning and content and context. I would never for the world of me to denigrate a journalist. I would never do that. I was saying that they are complaining about the economy of Ghana. And if that is their complaint, let's have an analogy. You have a toothache. Do you give it to a carpenter or dentist? And I'm of the humble view that if the economy is what is the complaint of NDC, then we are going to have an economist for the first time to run the affairs of the nation, first hand, not second hand. And therefore, I believe that we should give the the running of the nation to the economist rather than the journalist. Who was the journalist? Of course, we know the one who hasn't gotten expertise in the running of an economy. So comparing two individuals, but how can you say who of the setup?
Would you apologize at least to the Ghana Journalists Association for making that comparison, since you dispute the claims the NDC is making?
Well, I do not see how I should apologize when they've taken me out of context. So they are bastardizing the first principle of journalism, that a screaming headline might not be equal to the context. If you listen to what happened when we were launching our manifesto, and I was being interviewed by Joe FM, there was nothing derogatory about the profession called journalism at all. I never did that.